Hello everyone. I hope that wherever you're at, you're warm and you're not freezing your buns off like we have been lately. It's actually warming up today. It's 32, which has been warm for this past these past several days that we've had. They've been insane. Like in the single digits, and the wind chill was like -15 or something. I don't even know. People's pipes were bursting everywhere and it was just insane. Nobody knows what to do down here for that kind of stuff. But luckily we were fine. It's been a very cold time. I wanted to do a look and an outfit that was just so cozy, something that was realistic. I did add some fun shoes. I'll show that at the end of the video. But something that was cozy and warm but still fashionable. And I wanted to do a look with the new Sigma Enlighten palette that was just really like sexy and warm, and don't know how else to describe it, but I could wear this anywhere. I love this. Is probably like one of my favorite eye looks. But I did want to mention IMATS. I go every year. It's so much fun. I have met so many of you all at IMATS, and it's so great to like put faces with the people that watch, and it's overwhelming. It's so fun to meet so many of you at once. But it is coming up. It's January, well, I'll be there on January 18th, which is Saturday. And I'll be doing sort of like a meetup at the Sigma booth between 10:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. So be sure to come during that time. I'm actually gonna, I think, shop the night before during pro night too. So if you have a pro pass or you're coming for that, look for me that night too, because I'll be there and hopefully we can chat. But literally there's like hardly anybody there at pro night. But the next night, or the next day, is when it's open to the public and everybody comes and it's just so much fun. But I will be there just from those times, so if you want to come and hang out, be sure to come by during that time from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. I think I said that. But it'll be a lot of fun. So anyways, let's jump right into the look. Okay, so I'm going to use this Sigma eyeshadow base and Composed. I already did my foundation just because I wasn't really thinking about it, and I came in here to get ready after I took a shower like I always do. And I had already done my CC cream. So I like this because it gives you a little bit of warmth, and just a really nice like warm tan brown rather than like a super dark brown, which sometimes those can be a bit hard to work with. So let's see, I'm going to use this color, the darkest one, and just dab that all over, and you can see that already like really starts to pick up on that base. It just kind of grabs really, really easily, and the light sort of medium brown underneath really kind of like smooths it out and makes it look more even beneath there. And then just move it back and forth in the crease like that. Nothing super hard about this one. Going in all the way, usually I'd want to lighten that up, but for this one we want it to look pretty dark. This reminds me of the dark shade, sort of a mix between the dark and the medium brown shade in the Cordura Nars little duo, which is one of my favorites. I'm going around just with like a bigger brush that's kind of dense and blending that out. And then I'm going to take this brown shade right there on a fluffy brush, get it right in the crease, and just sort of work that back and forth, and that's going to create the just even more warmth with this look. It'll just sort of like fade out. And then on the outer corner, I'm sort of like going to swirl it out a little, because I want this to be kind of, you know, I want it to be a little not too perfect. Like I want it to look like those really soft, like sexy, like really smoky, soft, warm looks. I'm gonna get a bigger brush and use this sort of this tan color. This reminds me of Soft Brown by MAC. And then just lightly go over where I put that, where that brown sort of rose up on the brow bone. That's gonna make it even softer and warmer. Okay, and then I always want to add like a little more to this outer corner, so I'm going to use this burgundy shade. And this one you can actually do the same thing that I did with the first brown shade. You could have added that first, but I kind of like it this way. This is how I've been wearing it. So that just deepens it even more and adds a little something extra to that outer edge. I really like how that's looking when you layer it. So I'm gonna sort of like take that into the crease like that and sort of just lightly dab it over. I'm gonna use this brownish, this taupey shade and just sort of smudge that right there on the outer edge. And I'm going to take that same shade and just sort of take it on this brush and just dab it right in the center of my lid. I don't want to lighten it up too much. That shade isn't super light, but over those dark colors, it just sort of gives a pop to the center of your lids. Keeps it from looking so flat. I'm going to put just a touch of that right there on the inner part. Because like I said, I'm not trying to lighten it up, but that just adds a really pretty sheen. I'm actually using my liner Intense for this one by L'Oreal, or what's it called? The Carbon Black Liner Intense. I haven't used this stuff in forever. Just really wanted something that'll show up well against these darker colors. You don't have to wing it a whole lot because the colors are so dark you're not going to be able to really see it a lot anyways. But I always think it's flattering just to lightly flick it up a little. Then I'm taking my Jane Licorice and I go around my liner with that. I talked about that in my recent makeup bag video when I talked about all the products that I've sort of been like reaching for lately. And all of these Jane eyeshadows that I have are really great. Like I said in that video, this one just so reminds me of what Carbon used to be like when it was super black and intense. Like back in the 90s, I remember one of the first blushes that I ever had, and I don't even know how old I was. I was probably like in middle school or probably like 6th grade. I don't even remember. I didn't really start wearing makeup until like I was a little older, but I remember I had this color blush by Jane and it was almost like purpley, like it was almost like an orchid color. I thought it was so awesome with that stuff. And I'm actually going to take just a little bit of that and sort of connect it on this lower. Just on the outer edge. You can even smudge it a bit. I'm going to use my Lash Blast Volume. A little on the lower. Not a whole lot. When I do mascara on my lower lashes, they're so long under there anyways, I don't want them to be like super crazy, so I just mostly put it like on this outer corner, and then I sort of sweep them this way so that they're not like spidery, like curling down. Okay, so I just had a thought. I'm gonna use this pink, because I kept thinking about it and I wanted to add it in somehow. I'm just gonna pop that right at the center of my eye under there. You don't want to put this pink too far to the center. It could make you look a bit tired. I'm just using my medium Sigma brow powder, and I really only use this dark shade, and then I use this double-ended brush that came in their kit. You can get a spoolie brush and just an angled brush from anywhere really. But I like that this one is together, but I wish they would sell this actual brush with both ends. That would be like a pretty amazing thing. So just lightly fill your brows. Like I said before so many times, I don't ever try to darken mine. I just gotta kind of, whenever I do my brows, I have to look at them from a distance, because if I get too close, I can't really see what they need. So I gotta look from a distance to see like what I need to, what I really need to fill. So looks like there's a little gap there. Yeah, I just sort of do it quickly and don't make a huge deal about it. And they're pretty good to start with, so I don't really have to do a ton. This one is a lot shorter. It just doesn't grow as longer as this one. I can't even remember the last time I tweezed or anything on that edge of either one. This one actually may be a bit long, but I kind of like it. Okay, so I think we are good. They're probably look totally different now that I drew your attention to that. Oh, bumped the camera. And a little bit of clear brow gel. Again, like I said, mine are really sort of hairy and they will start curling downwards. So I really just brush it up in my arch right there. And I'll use these lighter colors in the palette just to lightly highlight. I don't want to do anything really crazy. I really hate that like line when it looks like you've like taken a white pencil and been like, meow. That just, to me, is just not good. But I just like to, you know, just sort of be natural about it, but still have it look done. I'm gonna use a little bit of this diffused light to sort of set my makeup. Gotta do my hair in a minute too. This is not how it's gonna stay. Although it's better than it was before. This doesn't really deposit a lot of color, and I didn't really feel the need to like set my makeup today, but it kind of tones down shine but keeps like a natural finish. And when I do darker eyes, I definitely don't skimp on the bronzer because I think it kind of you can look a little dead. So I use this Chanel brush and my Too Faced Sun Bunny. I'm using mostly the darker shade. I kind of dab it more and then I could just mix it up, I guess, but just how I'm used to doing it. But I sort of apply it in the area where you contour, just sort of dab it, and then from there just blend it up onto your cheeks. I think that's the most natural, like all-in-one sort of like bronze and contour type thing. Because when you're bronzing your skin, obviously it's just what it sounds like. You're trying to look like, you know, your skin tone's a little bit darker, maybe that you're naturally a little sun-kissed. And contouring is just sort of like applying a darker product to the areas of your face that you want to sort of recede, to sort of almost shape your face. And a lot of people, including myself, just like to use one product for both. It's just easier. I'm gonna use my Orgasm by Nars. It's just like the perfect blush. I love it. It's been my favorite since I basically started my channel, and I always go back to it. And then like every time I go back to it, I like rave about it like it's the greatest thing ever that I've never discovered before. But it just like every time I don't use it for a long time, then I use it again, it just surprises me. I'm not gonna make a huge deal about highlighting. These ambient powders are just so easy. And they're all a little different. I do have a video on that, but I'm gonna use the luminous light, just a little touch of it on my cheeks right there. This one I would not use as a setting powder. That's the thing about these products, is you can't say that they all are supposed to be used all over. You can't say that they're all highlighting. They're just all so different. Each shade can be used as something totally different. This one is a little more, has a bit more of a frost than the others. I definitely would not apply this all over. For my lips, I'm gonna use, that's not what I'm gonna use. Here it is. I'm using Hug Me by MAC, which is sort of like a cozy sounding color. It's nude and it's not ever, it's never too much, but it just goes with everything. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of my Nars Turkish Delight over it. Or no, this isn't Turkish Delight, this is International Velvet. Just a little. And that's just like a light pink. I've just been applying this over everything lately. Alright, so this is my outfit. I sort of love like the tone on tone, adding the gold. You could definitely add boots. I did wear my fancy shoes because I wanted it to be a bit fun, since the sweater was a bit, you know, more conservative. But I love this. I love wearing sort of like ivory and off-white in the winter, in the colder months. I just think it's sort of refreshing. This is a really cozy sweater from Gap, and I'll get closer so you can see it in a moment, but it's really nice. I just sort of tucked in the front so that you could see my gold belt. This is from Forever 21. I'll show that up closer in a second too. And these pants are from Forever 21 also. I've had them for a little while, but I'm sure you can find something similar. These are just made out of like a really nice, like, they're not like denim. They just feel really stretchy, and they're just good pants, and I think that this would probably be the most versatile pair of pants you could own. If you don't get stark white, you can wear them anytime, year-round. Technically, the rule is no white below the waist after Labor Day, so like, think like leather belts, you know, like a white leather belt, which I don't know about anyways, white leather shoes, or white, you know, not sneakers or anything like that, and then like white pants obviously, but this is sort of like an off-white. I think I would wear white anyways, maybe not like white denim, but yeah. I'm gonna put my, I need to put my watch on. I'll do that in a little while. But I just like really gold accessories with a look like this. Like I said, you could even put on like some boots. This is the belt up close. And what I like to do sometimes with a belt like this is I move it to the side, because you see how that's black and it just takes up so much that's just wasted. But you can't see that anyways. And I just wanted to see the gold. I hope they still have this. I got it a long time ago. They probably have something similar to this. I got this a pretty long time ago. But yeah. And then for my earrings, I have these. They're Henry Bendel hoops. They're not super big. I like that they're not tiny hoops, but they're not like giant either, so you can wear them with a lot. But they're gold, like really gold, which is what I like to put with this, like I said. And then it's got like little clear studs around it, or little stones. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this look. Just a very cozy, fun, wear anytime type of thing. I hope that you found it helpful, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.